My sentiment doesn't stop at each falling leaf. Huh? What do you want, girl? You want something from me? Looks like you're a trainer. Are you asking to battle me? Harumph! I have zero interest in girls like you, but I accept your challenge. Shall we get this over with? Yikes, dude, you gonna call her Missy while you're at it? Come on! You're a disgrace to the hiker name. I can't stand it. Every time I have a Pokemon battle, memories of that summer pull up my heart and tear it apart. That's right, you. Meeting you here must be fate. Would you listen to how I ended up this way? I hear telling someone what makes your heart ache eases the pain. My painful, painful memories of love. I don't want anyone else to hear them. Come here with me. It was 2 years ago, in summer. I felt it was... That's right, I'm sure, but... Said I like you, it was a lie, it wasn't... Excuse me. Just remembering that summer makes it hard to hold back the tears. Tore me up inside, and when that person disappeared, of course I was betrayed. But still, my heart is not still used to it. I'm sorry, but I want to be alone for a moment. Good God, man. 2 years ago, and you're having this much trouble talking to girls now? Who are, like, children? Day 6, dying of thirst. It's been 6 whole episodes since the nice man last gave me a medal. I can't take much more. I'm dehydrating. I need the medal! What did I do? 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 How terrific did I do? The superstar model. Oh. Did I get a medal for winning that musical in that brief gag? All right, got our trusty dowsing machine. We've done everything to do out here on Reversal Mountain, so now we're going to Reversal Mountain. Again, just call it Route 21, guys. Less confusing. Starting off with the Max Repel, using it in a matter of seconds. We go in. Hi there, Blaze. You know what? There's something I want to investigate here in Reversal Mountain. But the wild Pokemon here are really tough, and I'm having trouble with them. Would you come with me, please? Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of healing our Pokemon, okay? Ready? Let's go. You're my kind of party member. So the very first thing that I want to do now that Bianca's with us is call her on the X transfer. Hello? Oh God, the echo's terrible. What's up? I'd like to talk. So I've just started my research into Pokemon. Actually, I'm still just an assistant, but it's impossible to understand everything about Pokemon. Professors know this, but still continue their research. I find that astonishing. You can still call her even though she is in your party with you at this present moment, and the background reflects that, showing that you're both inside of Reversal Mountain. It's a little strange, but you can do it. Now, I don't want to stay here. I want to go here. Frankly, I love this version of the cave too much to replace it with lava and trumpets. So we're going through Black 2 today. Don't worry, there's another reason to come to Reversal Mountain again later, and we'll see the White 2 version then. This is so much better, just listen. Downright soothing and atmospheric to be in here. It's amazing how much better this place is than the White 2 version. I mean, lava caves are cool. I like volcanoes in video games as much as the next guy, but come on. We should be ashamed that we got stuck with such an inferior cave. Hold on, you there. Are you looking for the magma stone? The Mega Stone, I certainly would like a Mega Stone. Woo, mountain! So the theming across these two versions are wildly different, but is it a simple texture swap? No. The layouts are similar, but not identical. There's certain areas where there's connections and caves where there's not otherwise. As for Tim's team, if you're wondering about that, we now have Churchill fully evolved into a Samurai. Pokemon I'm pretty familiar with. I wish you had Megahorn right about now, but I think you're still a little bit, well, no, you'd actually learn that with a hard skill. I guess it just hadn't gotten around to doing it, though. I don't know, it's his team and not really mine. He can do whatever he wants with it. I've given him full creative freedom on this silly internet video game playthrough. Got Amaryllis getting some more experience. We got Crystal coming out. I think I'm gonna continue using Surf. Musharna, you're tough, you can take it. Let's do it. Air Cutter. Go for it. Just get that cookie jar a little bit wet. And we take out Golbat. No! Crystal's a Pokemon that I was pretty hard on in my last playthrough, and some of you defended him to me, and I'm starting to think he's a pretty cool guy, honestly. He thankfully didn't have Shell Smash accessible to him right there. At least if he did, he didn't use it, and that would have been scary. Then we got Swanna. So as for the rest of his team, let's see who we got here. Let me think here. He already has an Excadrill, which I plan on catching that in white too. Yeah, let's swap out. See what you got. So, Tim is amazing. He straight up shiny hunted at full odds and got a Minchino, which was the Pokemon he wanted on the first try, all because he was bored one day. This man is incredible. If you've never checked out the one and only Nintendo Capri Sun, like, dude reminds me of Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I mean that in the best way possible. I'm not calling him an idiot. I'm saying that the dude is insanely talented at everything he ever attempts and just does things that I don't even know how he did them. And when I ask him, he's just like, I don't know. And there's just more to him than you think there is at first glance if you've never given him a chance before, because yeah, he always surprises me. It's incredible though. Okay. Well, we can, let's see what we get right here. Ah, it's a wild Pokemon. There's exactly one new Pokemon, and it's this. Oh boy, Excadrill. We got a great one here, folks. Strap in. First off, minor thing out of the way. It learns Cut, Strength, and Rock Smash. This Pokemon is a 100% encounter rate from Duscloud, so it's very easy to run into. First, we have an excellent defensive typing. One of the best there is, immunities to electric and poison while having a boatload of resistances. Both of its abilities are to die for, or to have your opponent die for. You know what I mean. Either of those buffs are greatly worth running Sandstorms for anywhere on your team. Consider this if you have Rock, Steel, or even another ground type already that would benefit from this weather. I'm serious, the type is so good it can flourish alongside other ground types. In terms of stats, what can I say? It's off the charts. Having HP-based bulk combined with a good type, making it versatile to switch in against almost anything, and its speed is pretty good. Now we have to get to moves. All of these Excadrill come knowing Rock Slide and will learn Earthquake in but a few levels. Do you even care about anything more? Well, I hope you do, because you can get Iron Head for move tutors for those rare times Earthquake and Rock Slide aren't good options. It's got a 30% chance to flinch, and with Excadrill moving pretty quick, that's a nice bonus that can make it stand firmer than it would otherwise. I like this move because it gives it a 100% accurate move that beats Ice, something other ground types struggle with, and that sets it apart big time. Heck, if you want to go into battle facilities with it, it's the best rapid spinner in Unova. This guy tears it all up so well that it rarely needs to switch out and can just keep tearing through. Amaryllis just freaking learns Psychic, and it didn't know a single special move. That's kind of amazing that it's apparently been doing as well as it has. I think that Amaryllis becoming an Espeon also means that this is the most frequently used. Wait, I thought that said Golbat. Man, I have memories of teaching Slash to my starter Pokemon, Charmeleon, as a kid, and just using it whenever I didn't know what else to use. And that seems like a pretty good strat right about now, given that the Samurott or these Pokemon just don't really have the moves that mine do that I'm used to. Screech. Lowering my defense, okay. I was going for those swirling. Wow, that did nothing. Come on, man. Yikes. Cobra Kai? We'll do Force Palm? This can paralyze. I just love it's like tuck to the hand. Whoosh, whenever you do it. Count on Lucario to take care of everything super easy. You're super strong. What can I say? I caught a Lucario. Here, for you. Persimberry. I was saying that those swirling areas on the ground, I was going for those primarily. Oh, Flint. This is the place. Let's look around a little. I was thinking of not going that way because it was the required path, but there's a doctor right here. Why not? People with a strong life force to look so alive and vibrant. I'm never going to be able to say this thing. The Swirling Clouds is the only place, besides Relic Passage, where you can get shards during the main story. That's what I was trying to say. So be on the lookout for shards. It can never hurt to have more of them, and you might as well passively get them while you're making your way. You're a single battle, so I don't get to have the advantage of having Bianca by my side. Wait, right, I don't need a doctor because you heal me after every. I am just not on the ball today. Wow, okay. Helmasaur, get out here. You know Shadow Claw? It's a pretty good coverage move for you that I don't know that I actually mentioned when I was talking about you in the first place. It's a good one. We have very similar tastes in Pokemon, as I've also used a Lairon before in a Let's Play. Let's go ahead and do this. Calm mind. Keep buffing yourself. It's pointless. You cannot delay the inevitable. I'm using physical moves on you. Done! Nice! I love Shadow Claw critical hits. Your life force is positively blinding! Ugh, what is this? Give in to the light, it will consume you. All right, here I go. Life force to the max! You guys push your life force to the max. Just keep on pushing boundaries. Doctors really are superheroes. That is how they should talk. Back this way, over by the hiker, there's a hyper potion. Or if you will, a hiker potion. Give me a blue shard, getting that too. Oh shoot, Black Belt Core here's a rotation battle. I can't say we see those too often. Rotation battles don't get the whole tag team thing. You just fight them all by yourself, even if you got a partner with you. Yeah, I got a shiny. What of it? It's another medal Tim has that I don't. We'll do revenge. Try to troll you. Yeah, go on, hit me, hit me, hit me. High jump kick. High jump kick. Revenge! The time is now. I always wish Shamrock got better fighting type moves back in the first game, and then it actually does get some here thanks to the move tutors, but I still get to use revenge with some actual utility here. Get those levels all around. As we're making our way through here, we're doing this on 2 different versions and all, yeah? I want to talk to you about sort of a complaint I have with not the game itself, but kind of the way that Gen 5 was received at the time, because this is not my joke. I fully admit that I'm taking this from Worcester, but he described crapping on Gen 5 when it was new as a global phenomenon. Whoa! That didn't go as planned. Amaryllis! Scraggy's a dark type. It's not exactly the best thing that I could do. We'll swap out, go for return, but I don't know what else to do that's good. But yeah, so I remember hearing a lot of complaints that this game wasn't Pokemon Gray, and I don't get that at all. Pokemon Gray was considered, but it was not gone for. This is really dangerous. I can't believe that keeps hitting. You're scared of the claw? Just have so many Pokemon that are weak to fighting here. Pokemon Gray never happened because it didn't fit with it didn't fit with the themes of the game. That was what the problem was. It didn't make sense with what the games were really about. It's about opposites, it's about people that are different from you. And I agree with that direction. I don't think that it makes sense to take those themes and go, okay, no, this is the correct way in the end, because that really isn't what it's about. And I would take a new adventure over a remake of a 1-year-old game any day of the week. And then there's the fact that this game had numerous little improvements while still being a different game. Plus, like, the original was so good to me that it didn't really feel like there was anything particularly wanting about it. It's not like it ran horribly or really could have used some improvements, or you can tell that there was supposed to be more to it, or it had awful graphics. It was just a good game all on its own. I knew Black and White was good all along. The praise that you see for it now was not at all the case when it was new. And man, I'm gonna be ahead of the curve all over again when Sun and Moon is heralded as the best game in the series 5 years from now. Mark my words. I knew that was good from day one too. But Pokemon Gray, we didn't need it. I'll knock you down with mountain power. You certainly look like one. I may be a backpacker, but I'm also a treasure hunter. And also kind of on the note of things that I don't like about how these games are received, I have heard an argument for so many years of my life, and I legitimately do not get it. And I've talked to other people about it, and they're like, yeah, whenever I bring it up. I don't get whenever people are all like, oh my god, it's such terrible practices that they make you buy the same game twice whenever they make Pokemon games. No. You pick the Pokemon on the box you like better, and then you go on the internet and trade with someone who has the whole other 5 Pokemon that your game doesn't. There's no need to buy 2 games. It's called having the internet. I'm pretty sure you have that if you're listening to me right now. Besides, you know, okay. I will admit that this was once true. I was a Pokemon fan during the Game Boy Advance era, and that was a horrible, lonely time to be a Pokemon fan. And they kept making more and more things require multiplayer when no one was playing these games, or at least no one wanted to be seen playing these games around school. That was a terrible time to do this. I fully acknowledge that. I remember just sitting alone at night, trading with myself from Ruby and Sapphire to Fire Red and Leaf Green because there was no one to do there. There was no one to play that with, and there was no online. But yeah, I don't get it now. Ever since the internet became a function in these games, it really hasn't been such a big issue. I've never bought both Pokemon games for the sake of 100%ing them. I get that some people kind of like doing it themselves, I guess, which maybe that's where the complaint comes from, but I don't feel like people like that are ultra common just because you have to trade to evolve things anyway, so I would just kind of view it as a necessary evil to have to use multiplayer in some capacity. I don't know. I get kind of annoyed at that. And I see it way more often than I would have expected ever since I celebrated this no longer being a problem when Diamond and Pearl came out. Oh yeah, I guess there was a battle going on or something. Well, Darmanitan's not an issue. We had Intimidate, never underestimate that. Finish it off with Surf. Sorry, I gotta smell some wet dog in the middle of this cave, Bianca, but it's a necessary evil when it comes to dealing with Darmanitan. Really got on a roll with getting on my high horse about that. Your power is off the charts! I missed the chance for the elusive treasure called Victory. Okay. I'll grab that, get a pee-pee up. And that's not around the stair. Oh man, we have double ace trainers. Please give me a shard. Blue shard, nice. Nice little treasure for my bud. You see those pointy stones and find them right here and there? Are you aware of them? You mean the one you're standing next to? Let's train. We'll get stronger with our Pokemon. Then we can challenge gyms in places like Opalucid and Hemila City. Ace Trainer Korra and Ace Trainer Ray. I think there was an Ace Trainer Korra in the last game because I remember making fun of that. A Grumpig and a Vibrava. Interesting choices there. I'm sticking with Samurott an awful lot just because it's got Surf, and yeah, Musharna, you can take this just fine. Vibrava's strongest move that it's worried about is Earth Power. This is gonna be cake. Grumpig never does anything in any battle I ever fight it against. It always uses Bounce and then misses, or it uses, oh, okay, it used Power Gem right there. I'm so used to it using Magic Coat, which doesn't freaking do anything because I'm not carrying in non-volatile status moves. Earth Power? Yeah, that does nothing. There's a reason why I didn't teach that to my Vibrava. Down you go. And then Camerupt. Ooh. I like your taste in Pokemon both because I like Camerupt and because it makes it easier for me to win this fight. It's a win-win. You go down now. Good, good, good. Grumpig hanging in there. I guess you are slow and defensive and everything like that. It's a critical hit. Well, now it's bacon. I can say that in this reality because Pignati's not around to hear it. Drifblim. A lot of good Pokemon here. I'm gonna swap out. I don't really like my odds with this. We'll do Helmasaur. I like taking advantage of the fact that Steel type still resists Ghost at this point in time. That's a thing that players of more recent games might not have been aware of was ever a thing, but yeah, Ghost hitting normal damage through Steel was not always the case. You sound so mystical when you die. It's kind of amazing. Stoutland, you should have the Fangs. So you'll probably hit it for super effective damage, and so will I. Nice 2-on-1 battle right here. Quick Claw! Love that. Quick Claw for the Shadow Claw. Super effective critical hit? I'm pretty sure that mattered with Drifblim's HP as high as it is. Marvelous Power of Ears. I was not aware of it. Swapped Amaryllis into the lead as it hadn't battled yet, and it just learned a shiny new move that I definitely want to try out. We get a Calcium! And over this way, got a single battle. Hot single battles in your area. Red Shard. Prophecy of what I'm saying is coming true. We'll take an Elixir. Then off, use another. I gotta do it. No! Going down. Down here, it's always these stalagmites that have them on them. I'm certain it has to be a stalagmite. I got that mixed up so often in school, like everyone does, but I think I got it right this time. I can feel the energy that overflows from the earth. It's the stalactites that hang from the top, stalagmites that are on the bottom, and they do the water drippy stuff to make that empty space in between them when they were once whole things. You know the thing I'm talking about, the water drippy thing. A Watchog. You could have Crunch. I'm gonna be ashamed of you if you manage to lose this, because it is beyond shameful to lose to a Watchog. Go! Yeah, I don't even need type effectiveness, I just mind crush you. Level 40. And a Grumpig. I could always bite that pig. Oh, it's right, you have shift battles turned on. Well, I'll take it. It's not like I gotta have it on all the time. It's fine. I have it off in my game, but whatever you feel like. Amaryllis, come back. Go Helmasaur. Besides, this will give us a nice taste of what that's like too. Just because I like including all sorts of little things that no one cares about. It's just the way I make videos and always have. Go! You're done. There that is. I felt that energy that overflowed from your Pokemon. Take this, Earth Energy! Persimberry! Geothermal heat and abundant minerals. Yes, volcanoes hold the planet's energy. Toxic Orb! In white too, that is a flame orb, and it's amazing to have that. It means that you can have Guts active all of the time. If you have Magic Guard, you're basically immune to statuses. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We have found our held item for Harmony. Gosh, you could use a move like Psycho Shift to force your status on opponents, and heck, if it wasn't an egg move for Sigilif, I would happily do that, because that's a strategy that I think is really fun. Oh, and Delatown is right there. I want to keep looking a bit more. No, we'll not say bye for now. I just really wanted to make sure that it explored this whole place top to bottom before we went to where Bianca wanted to go. Every time I make it out, I just sound like a turkey gobbling. South of the hiker and the backpacker is this cave right here, this cave entrance. And below there we get two things. One is this little cliffside that does not give us a phone call, but it shows us that TM is there. When he watches this video, he's gonna rush back all that way. Be a nice little extra surprise for him that I know about and he doesn't. You're gonna really enjoy that move, I promise you. And then there's this cliffside that gives you a smoke ball, enabling sure escapes from wild Pokemon, and an escape rope that I absolutely do not need. Here we are, where Bianca wanted to go. She's gonna wiggle her legs all the way down in her walking animation even though we're running, it's so cute. What is this place? It feels very strange. Could this be the place that Reverse Mountain started from? The lair of the Pokemon Heatran? Heatran is a Pokemon with magma-like blood flowing through it. Know what? I didn't know what I was capable of, so I left on a journey to find out. There's nothing here for us, but we'll want to remember that for another time. If I can go back a little bit and kind of combine my two things about why I don't mind there being two versions now that the internet exists, and also, you know, why I don't mind that they didn't make Pokemon Gray Rock Polish. Rock Polish is a status move that sharply raises speed, generally vulnerable by rock types, which is nice because that covers one of their weaknesses. I want to add that because this is a new adventure with all these new areas and just a different layout to the world, they added a ton of new Pokemon, or a ton of old Pokemon to this game. I think that since Generation 1, this was probably the easiest to complete the National Pokedex that it ever was. It was so much simpler when you have all the Gen 5 Pokemon in black and white, you have Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then you had this. You could complete the Pokedex so easily. I am swapping out because this is just dangerous. Let's go for Church, I'll get him in the middle. And then Cobra Kai, you can attack. Another thing I want to add is how Black 2 and White 2 often gets the title of best Pokemon game of all time lately, and Black and White 1 gets that a lot too lately. I think it's kind of amazing that Gen 5, both entries in it, sort of duke it out for this title. And that wouldn't be the case. We wouldn't have two games that are that of high quality if they just gave us a Pokemon Gray, you know, there would just be kind of one definitive version to one game. I don't think that they would have included so many Pokemon from the Legacy National Dex had they just made an enhanced version of Black and White, because it being all new was sort of that game's thing. I remember around the time that this was announced, I saw disappointment that this wasn't Pokemon Gray, and this baffles me. I'm sorry, but if you think that, you're actually mad that they chose not to do less work and not sell you less content for the same price. I'm sorry, but that's what that is. That's just how I've always thought about that whenever people have talked to me about that. You still get to go through Unova, there's still enhanced stuff, but it's a different game. And that's why I love it so much. That's why I think it's awesome. Okay. High horse done, high horse done. We go up this way and we get a revive. Can use that on my high horse and just ride through a town on it all over again. No, I won't do that to you. This is probably our last hidden item. That's totally gonna despawn. Star Piece! Useful. No, it doesn't despawn it. I got a blue shard. Nice! Fitting the atmosphere of this area. I might have been a tad scatterbrained, both in battle and in finding my way through this place, because I'm more used to the White 2 version's layout of this for whatever reason. But, you know, I just like it. I've listened to this song a whole bunch in my spare time, just whenever I had to, you know, just relax because something really wasn't going my way. There's a song that I used to kind of unwind and just close my eyes to. I recommend it pretty highly if you ever need that in your life. Oh, and Delatown is right there. I want to keep looking a bit more. We should say bye for now. Okay then, I want to do a little more research about Heatran anyway. Thank you for coming with me. Be careful on the rest of your journey. Our time in this reality is up. I have in my notes that if we walk back really far, we can talk to Bianca. Yeah, that's real far, me. Reversal Mountain, I wonder, could a magma stone be in there? Have you heard of it? They say a magma stone was found in a volcano in the distant Sinnoh region. Apparently it had something to do with Heatran. Oh shoot, I never talked to this guy. I thought he was a trainer and I was just trying to save us time. The one time I don't talk to everyone. Keeps happening. Show me something good to pay you back with this. TM54 False Swipe for completing the habitat list in Reversal Mountain. Gonna make it a lot easier to catch Pokemon because you can leave Pokemon with 1 health if you really want to. Who learns that out of our White 2 team? No, nope. 1 TM richer, we're done. Winter, spring, summer! Welcome everyone to Undelatown. We're going on vacation. Next time on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, we're gonna hang out at this tropical resort. See you guys then.